Hello, we're here in Trikala, Greece, and we're gonna go show around the city, see what it's like. We came to Trikala because it's close to Meteora. We saw the monasteries and that, and we wanted to stay a little bit away from there in the small town to see what small town life is like here in Greece. So we'll show you around Trikala. Here we are at the clock tower. It is the symbol of the city, and you can go up the stairs, check it out, see what the view is like, and so we're gonna do that. So inside here there are some old pictures explaining more about the fortress here and the town. They are in Greek, so I'm not really sure what they are saying, but it gives you a little bit of information. There's a timeline here. The first date is 1648, explaining some different events in the city. And here we are now. All right, let's go up the stairs. All right. Wow. So up here you can walk around 360 degrees. You can see all of Trikala all around. Immediately below us is the old town. We're gonna go check out some of those old streets after. And the churches, there's a lot of old churches. You can see one here. So a lot of beautiful stuff to see in Trikala. So on the hill here, where the tower is, there is a fortress. It is locked up. I'm not sure if it opens, when it opens. We've been here a couple times and it's been closed both times. So you can see little stairs. So seems a lot like the fortress we saw when we were in Heraklion. Pretty cool. Must be some good views up there, but similar to the clock tower probably. All right, here we are now in the old town. You can see the tower where we were in the distance. So this is the old part of Trikala. There's some cute little houses and a lot of little streets that you can go check out. And it's like a maze of little alleys and stuff like that. And I love this church. This is one of the churches I saw from the tower up there. So here we are walking along some of the cute little streets here. There's a lot of graffiti, but also a lot of cute, charming little houses. And I love this interesting little door knocker here, like a hand holding like a doorknob. That's pretty cool. So yeah, just you can explore the maze of streets and see what it's like here. Lots of great places to take photos. And again, you can see the tower in the distance there. So it's cool to check out this part of the old town. So we're just walking here towards the main part of town, and you can see there was some kind of ruins here behind a fence and underneath this bridge. So they're doing some kind of excavating or something of these ruins. There is a sign. There's some signs around town giving some more information. So as we pass by one of them, hopefully we can look at it and see what these ruins are about, because we're not really sure. That's kind of neat. All right, now we are back in the main part of town. This is the central square. There's some statues of some famous people. There's quite a few around town. We're not really sure who they are. Last night there was some kind of performance here. I think that was just the warm-up. Tonight is the real performance. I think at 8 o'clock, so maybe we'll come check that out. So yeah, just a pretty nice square here, lots of shade and benches. Great place to meet people. We'll just see a lot of the local folk, just especially at night, meeting up, chatting, especially the older Greek men. Seems to be a favorite pastime of theirs, just to get together and talk. And here's this little lake in the middle of the square, and this is my favorite part, this little statue of this peeing boy here. Pretty cheeky and cute. Reminds me of something my nephew would do. So definitely a good landmark in the city to meet here in the square where the peeing boy statue is. So right across from the main square here, there is this little pedestrian bridge. It is the main bridge in the city, this cute steel bridge. There's a little sign here. It says Central Pedestrian Bridge of the Lithos River. It was built towards the end of 1888 by French mechanics based on the architecture of bridges found in the Seine River in France. And then if you go over this way, you can see another little bridge, and this area has like a little waterfall. It's pretty neat. So not really much of a river, it's pretty shallow. There's fish in there. Not sure if you can see, but there's little fish swimming around. So yeah, you got these little waterfalls and then another little bridge, pedestrian bridge over there. So we'll walk down this street and keep exploring the town of Trikala. So here you can see a sign. There's a lot of these around town. It says the main town attractions in Trikala. They have a picture, and then there's a number at the bottom so you can see what they are. So here's where we just were, this square with the peeing boy statue and the bridge. What else do we recognize? The ruins. So that's number 3. It says that it's the ancient site of Asclepius. And then number 1 up there is the Byzantine castle. So it was kind of blocked off, but we got an idea of what that is like. And then we're going to also go check out the mosque. So a lot of little things to see here, pretty easy to explore. Here's the tower that we saw. So it just really lays it out for you. And then on the other side, even more detailed, there's an actual map, like where you are and how to get to these places. But a pretty small town, not many main roads, you're not really going to get lost. So it's really easy to explore Trikala. And on this street, it's really cute. It's got all these umbrellas above you on the walkway, so great for photo opportunities. And there's lots of cafes here and little shops you can walk down. Now we're in the main pedestrian street here in Trikala, so it's close to cars, and there's tons of cafes here in this part. They sure love their cafes in Greece and eating outside, people watching the world go by. And here is the train station here in Trikala. It's just maybe a 25-minute walk from the hostel. We had to get our tickets on the train tomorrow. We're heading to Thessaloniki, so we just wanted to get our tickets now to make sure we are not rushing in the morning. So now we will head back towards the main part of town and see a few other attractions that's there. And here we are now at the Ottoman Baths. It was a bathhouse in about the 16th century, and then more recently it was a prison, and then now it is a museum that is free to check out. And there is a little sign outside that has a map of what it looks like and some more information. So it says, buildings such as the restored twin baths reflect the image of the city of Trikala during the Ottoman reign. Only one of the 3 baths registered in the 17th century in Trikala is mentioned as a double, namely accessible both to men and women. So that's pretty neat. And here's a picture of what it used to look like. It had the domes on top. Right now it does not have that. When they made it into a prison, they took away those structural features, so it's just a square type of building right now. And there's a lot of great information and signs here, and they also give you a pamphlet so you can read more about it in English. So it's a really well done museum here. So here's getting more information of when the Turkish bath turned into a prison, and there's a sign here explaining that because it was the walls that was used to keep the air temperature stable for when you're bathing, was perfect for acting also as a prison because it has the thick walls. And they have some artifacts here. And they have a drawing, I guess, that one of the prisoners must have drew about just prisoners taking a walk in the yard. So as we go over here, we'll enter the women's section. There used to be a wall here separating the women's section and the men's section for privacy, of course. So here is the women's cold room that we're entering now, and there's a nice big open pit here. It says during the excavations the base of the fountain was brought to light, which is a distinctive element in the center of cool rooms in every hammam. The presence of running water is a prominent position. It serves the visitors of the hammam and is also in line with religious traditions regarding water. As well, here is a lady ready to enter the hammam. She has the bathing cloths and robes. So here in the woman's hot room, you can see the clay pipes for the hot and cold water that run through the walls of the hot and warm areas of the bath. And here is a plaque explaining more about women and how they visited the hammams. It says the bath was a fundamental pleasure for Ottoman women. It was a social meeting place where they could feel relaxed, away from male eyes, and meet with friends and relatives. There they passed half a day enjoying themselves an endless round of washing, eating, and chatting. So right next to the museum is a church from the 19th century. Some more recent, and then right next to it is the old mosque. And here's the wonderful old mosque to see the beautiful Ottoman history left on this town. And that concludes our tour here of Trikala. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll check it out next time you guys come to Greece. It is just a beautiful, charming city here in Thessaly.